valuable insight. Now let's take it a little bit further, and let's explore luxury, the side of global real estate. Akino Hayakawa will teach us on how to become a global luxury agent and tap into the exclusive market. Did you know that luxury real estate transactions globally have seen 25% increase across border investments over the past 5 years? So take note, get ready, because Aquino has the floor now.
Thank you very much, Vivian. Good morning, everyone. I'm Akino Hayakawa from Hawaii. I would like to go over the trend report from Coldwell Banker. Paul, next slide, please. So this came out this year, so it's hot off the press. And so Coldwell Banker Global Luxury collaborated with the Institute for Luxury Home Marketing, the WealthX, and Barton Consultancy. First and foremost, Institute of Luxury Home Marketing, what they do, it's a premier independent authority in training and designation for real estate agents. So all of you can join. And regardless of firm or brand affiliation, working in the upper tier residential market. WealthX, the Altrata company, they are the definitive leader in global wealth intelligence, professional relationship mapping, and affluent market dynamics. So this is who we partner with to get all this data that I'm going to be sharing with you now. The next slide talks about, have you ever heard of the she elite effect? How affluent women are redefining luxury real estate. Women are starting businesses at a faster rate than the market average. Go women. Women are not only bosses in business, but also in their households. As key financial decision makers and wealth holders, many she elites are not only pulling the purse strings, but also reshaping the very concept of modern luxury living on a global scale. Next slide. So the she elites are silent disruptors. Women with a net worth of over 5 million own 15.2% of the US luxury real estate and 13.1% globally. We've come a long way, baby, right? Next slide. So the impact of women and the X, what they focus on, I'm a Gen X, so I would say what we focus on is practicality, legacy, and lifestyle. And what McKinsey and Company had said is women are emerging as the new face of wealth. So what we are seeing, as many women started to inherit significant assets from their male spouses who tend to be older and have shorter life expectancies. So, you know, I guess it's good to marry older sometimes. By 2030, the strategy consulting, which is McKinsey, noted American women are expected to control much of the 30 trillion in financial assets that baby boomers will possess, a potential wealth transfer of such magnitude that approaches the annual GDP of the United States. This is amazing. More women than ever are becoming primary breadwinners, female entrepreneurs, and bosses, particularly in technology and finance. They are leading this trend. And of course, real estate. I will go into that a little bit later. And the rising numbers of married women are taking the reins of financial decision-making, including real estate investments. Next slide, please. Okay, so what are the female luxury home ownership trends? So now women under 35 comprise 54% of the luxury property owners. That's a big number. And again, this is because of the tech and entrepreneurs and the influencers. And I will go in a little bit on, okay, real quick. When we analyze the representation of women among the ultra high net worth population and their presence in C-suite boardroom positions, we found that the European countries like France, Italy, and UK have made significant strides toward gender parity equality, each surpassing 40% mark for female board members. In contrast, the US lags behind, ranking 13th. So we still have more to go, but we can always climb higher, so this is good. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is the status? So the primary marital status of the high net worth home buyers are usually married. That's 96%. But when we look at the gender dynamics and the home buying decisions, which is the slide to your right, this is interesting because almost 50%, both men and women, have equal influence in the decision-making and the home purchases and purchasing power, right? And then the next one is the 16.2 is where I would like to highlight, because there the women are still the primary decision makers and they have the equal purchasing power. So that constitutes close to 70% or 60%. And then the 27.6, women have more influence in the decision making, but men still have the purchasing power. So all in all, the majority of women have a big voice. Next slide, please. So the takeaway is this: the affluent married women are playing a bigger role in the majority of purchasing decision, especially when it comes to spearheading property searches. So they go online and look for the properties that they want to see. And then the negotiations too. So, they are in the background, but they are helping the men making the decisions. Next slide. Going on about the transfer of wealth. I don't know how many of you recognize her. The first woman with the orange background, that is Alicia Walton. She is the daughter of Sam Walton, and she inherited $89.2 billion from her father of Walmart. Julia Koch, her net worth is $74.2 billion. She inherited 42% stake in the Koch Industries from her late husband, David. So she's widowed, but that's how the transfer of wealth we're seeing. Next slide, please. This is a little bit old. It's from 2021, but there is a blog called The Real Estate Investment Goddesses, and these were the 4 wealthy female real estate investors. I think everyone in here knows Barbara Corcoran, and then there is also Dottie Herman, Jane Goldman, and the woman at the bottom right was Woo Yaw-jun. And then there's the link. So if you wanted to look at it, moving on because of time constraints, sorry. The homes that they're looking for something that makes them feel good and not just look good, but feel good. And they want properties that reflect their personal style and lifestyle. Most affluent homeowners are still embracing quiet luxury principles, gravitating towards balanced and harmonious spaces that offer a tranquil respite from the stresses of the outside world. Next slide. So what they look for is an integration of indoor-outdoor living. Being in Hawaii, this is quite easy. Maybe depending on other parts of the world, it might be a little bit difficult, but this is what we see a lot. So they want to take in nature into their home. Luxury buyers want properties that exude a sense of modern elegance that seamlessly integrate indoor and outdoor living spaces. Clean lines, expansive open floor plans, and generally sized windows have proven to be enduring and appealing. Going on to most popular design features. Again, what I just said, this is like the whole list, but I'm just highlighting the top 3 to the left. Indoor, outdoor merging, they want that flexible layouts and minimalist aesthetics. When I say flexible layouts, they want something that continues to function throughout the years and ages of life, whether it being that they remain in the same home throughout as they age in place, or to have new family members start living with them. Next is the most popular wellness amenities. And then they want like spa-like primary bathrooms, fitness studios, yoga, Pilates, and lush landscaping. Also, this is the wellness amenities, but on a side note, they want state-of-the-art kitchens, outdoor entertaining spaces, and multiple car garages. Next slide, please. So they are prioritizing move-in ready or newly constructed properties. And the factors that they take into consideration is financial upside, access to luxury lifestyle amenities, strong sense of community, and privacy at the same time, safety, and then with what is going on, resilience to extreme weather conditions, and then also taxes are important. Getting close to the end, hang on tight. The next is what I'm really excited about is of the top 10 Coldwell Banker Realty agents, of the 10, 7 were women. Tim Allen of Pebble Beach is a man. And then we've got Carrie Wells, Aspen, Colorado, Jade Mills, Beverly Hills, Melissa in Massachusetts. We've got Jennifer in Florida, Tracy Allen from Hawaii, yay. And then Joshua from California. And then we've got Aaron and from California, Napa, and Juliana from Florida as well. And I think the last man I couldn't find on Instagram, but it was a man. So these are women. And what I'm happy to see is that we have so much influence in the industry. So this, I said we had tech and finance, but I really, really believe real estate is another business sector where women can shine and where we do have an impact. I wanted to share briefly about what we've done in Hawaii. And this is when I was the state president. Going on to the next slide, Paul, please, is Charity with a Heart. We partnered with YWCA and it's called Dress for Success. And we raised over $6,000 in silent auction back in 2023. And we had our own John Young. I asked him to be the auctioneer and he made it very entertaining. And all the net proceeds, the $6,335 went to YWCA Dress for Success. And this is for women who are coming out of hardship and they need money to, get dressed. So that money went to that. And then another one that we did was when my seller a Canadian seller sold their property. They had a car and they were like, should we donate it? And they said, also, Aquino, if you know of anyone who needs it. And so I introduced them to someone in our office who works tirelessly. She's an employee of Coldwell, single mother, and someone with a big heart. So they gifted it to her. And that, because her old car, she said, kept on breaking down. So that was a feel-good moment for myself, my seller, and for her. So I think this is how women, we have empathy. We love one another. So we help each other, right? So sharing 2 quotes: a strong woman stands up for herself. The stronger woman stands up for others. And the last one is, Paul, next slide, please. Strong women don't compete. They collaborate and conquer together. So I really, really believe this is very true. And I thank you, Vivian and Trisha Nakota, for, introducing me to Vivian for this opportunity. And I would love to connect with you all. I'm on all of these spaces. But I am most active on Aquino Hawaii, the Instagram. Thank you so much, Vivian.
Oh, thank you, Aquino. Wow. It's amazing how we are overpowering ourselves in the global market, especially on luxury. I didn't know those statistics, so thank you for sharing. I bet you I was screenshotting a lot of these while you guys were talking, and I was like, I wish I could take notes, but I gotta focus here. But I mean, amazing information. If we can share those things, please, Jennifer, Paul, figure it out. I think that everyone will be beneficial about that.